On the Paper Talk today, we'll be talking about Erik Ten Hag, obviously. We've got to. There'll be an update on him. We'll also be talking about some transfer rumours regarding Antonio Rudiger and also a contract extension for a United midfielder. Is it Paul Pogba? No, it's not. Let's check it out. Jay here, Stretford, Paddock. This is the Paper Talk. As you can see, I'm outside Old Trafford where it's brisk, but I've not got my Parker, so you know, make of that what you will. We'll get straight into it. Loads of stories doing rounds this morning, as you would expect. There's an Erik Ten Hag story. Well, I'm telling lies. There's about 1,000 Erik Ten Hag stories, but we'll try and give you the latest one if we can. There's also a couple of United transfer rumours as well. We'll get into that. And, well, one transfer rumour, one contract story, I should say. And some international update, if you care about international football, that is. Right, first of all, we'll start with a Bruno Fernandes story. Bruno Fernandes looks like him. We had this the other night, I think, on the Paddock Live with me and Macca. He's going to be signing a new deal. He's set to be offered a deal that will double his United salary, taking him up to around 240k a week. That's the story doing the rounds this morning. Keep him at the club until 2027. Still won't make him one of the top earners at the club. I think David De Gea is on around £375,000 a week. Cristiano Ronaldo reportedly around 450 grand a week. I don't know if there's add-ons or anything like that with that. I don't know. But those are the salaries that are being quoted. So it'll still be on a top whack, obviously, but not the top whack, not the most money. A bit of a debate going on about Bruno Fernandes. People saying, oh, you know, he's not having the best season. He's not stepped up in some of the bigger games. I think regardless of whether you're a big Bruno Fernandes fan or not, you can't deny the impact he's had, the goals he's scored, the assists he's got, and where we were when he came in and where we are now. I mean, just going through some of his numbers, and it amazes me how people want to say, oh, well, if you take away his numbers, well, what's that mean? Just take away his goals and assists, why? Yeah, in his first season, when he came in, not long after that defeat to Burnley, if you remember here, 2-0 loss to Burnley where it looked like top four had gone. He scored 8 goals and got 7 assists in 14 games. Next season, 18 goals and 12 assists. This is in the Premier League in 37 games. This season, the season that people have criticised him for, 9 goals and 6 assists in 27 games. So he'll always give you numbers, Bruno Fernandes. That's the thing with him. Do United need to keep him? 100%. 100%. Especially with Paul Pogba leaving. You cannot afford to lose Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes. Let's not be silly about it. So it looks like he's set to sign a new deal. There's also an Antonio Rudiger story. There's a couple here. Christian Falk said that Antonio Rudiger wants to speak to the next United manager before making his mind up. I mean, okay, fair enough, but we don't even know who the next United manager is, although I'm going to give you an update on that in a minute. So it says here, Chelsea star Antonio Rudiger seeks talks with next Man United manager before deciding his future. It also says with Christian Falk, he said that Bayern Munich were out of the race for Antonio Rudiger. So that can be looked at as an advantage to Manchester United, because Bayern Munich were looked at as a club that he may go to. He's obviously German. People thought, okay, maybe he'll go back to Germany, and if he does, he'll go to the biggest club in Germany, which is Bayern Munich. But no, it looks like he could be heading. Well, looks like he's not heading there, which could pave the way, clear the way, however you want to term it, for Manchester United to swoop in. Erik Ten Hag. What's the latest on Erik Ten Hag? Well, there's a couple of stories doing the rounds where I'll get into the first one. And the one, I think this is in the Mail, is Chris Wheeler. This came out last night. He says United are under pressure to make a decision over a new manager, with top targets Erik Ten Hag and Mauricio Pochettino both attracting interest even from across Europe as they prepare to leave their jobs this summer. Now, this has been bubbling on it for the last few days about the fact that Erik Ten Hag especially isn't just a target for Manchester United. Other clubs want him as well. I think there was a journalist quoted, forgive me, I've forgotten his name, he was quoted recently, a Dutch journalist, saying that, oh, if you look, there's a couple of other offers he's got as well in European super clubs, or European super clubs, some top clubs in Europe. We had this the other night, and it seems now that Chris Wheeler's expanding on that, saying there's the pressure's mounting. Now, an update on that as well is that Ten Hag had his interview on Monday, although it's understood he's not the first candidate to hold formal discussions with the club's new chief executive, Richard Arnold. Also goes on to say Pochettino, meanwhile, is believed to have spoken to United's director of football, John Murtough, some weeks ago and will be interviewed soon, but the Paris Saint-Germain coach is waiting to hear back. So I don't know what sort of message that sends if you've not even got back to him yet. Yeah, we're going to talk to you. It's not got around to it. Got loads on, stuff to do, but we'll talk to you because we want you. Anyway, Erik Ten Hag, there's another little side to this. Now, I'm not a big gambler by any stretch of the imagination, but the bookies have got Erik Ten Hag as 2-1 on. So 1-2, if you will. to be the next United manager, or to be the United manager for the first game of next season. They've got Maurizio Pochettino at 5-1. So that shows you there. The bookies, I mean, sometimes I look at them just to see what they're saying about certain deals, transfers, rumours, etc. I remember when we were linked with Cristiano Ronaldo, at 1 in the morning or the night before the transfer happened, it was 20-1 that he was going to come to United, and it looked like heavily he was going to City. And then all of a sudden, it was like even money, and then it went to sort of 2-1 on, or 1-2. An hour before he signed, or a couple of hours before it was announced, I should say. So there sometimes can be a good indicator of what's going to happen, because the bookies don't like to lose money, and if they leave long odds on something that is going to happen, they're going to lose out. So that just sort of indicates that Erik Ten Hag, which shows you he's the heavy favourite, it shows you that the club want him, and it shows you that they're going to have to act soon. So does that mean that we're going to see Erik Ten Hag announced in the next 2 weeks, or a few weeks I should say, because that's what people are saying? I think McCall had it on his Gazette not long ago, Erik Ten Hag within weeks, and it looks like the club are moving towards that. He's a heavy favourite. I mean, the bookies are treating it like it's almost a done deal. So that's the latest on that. There's just one final story as well. Anthony Elanga made his Swedish debut last night, came on late in their game. They've got a playoff now in the World Cup. They won their game. They've got a playoff now against Poland, I think, for World Cup qualification. So he's doing well. He's been a sort of a bright spark this season, and in a season that hasn't had many. So well done to him. It's good to see him, keeping on the positive vein. We'll be back later on. We've got a guest on the brew, a special guest on the brew, a very special guest. And no, it's not Stephen Howson. Oh, there's a bee trying to attack me here. What's going on? Leave me alone. Right. Don't forget to hit like, share, and sorry, it's gone. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. Jamie out here, outside the paper talk, getting embarrassed by a bee. Outside the paper talk, outside Old Trafford, getting embarrassed by a bee. Thanks for watching.